Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Angel from Simply Angel Tia. In this video we're gonna be working on this turtleneck hoodie. It's something simple. I got into this just to make some things for you guys, for beginners. I haven't done this type of stuff before, but you obviously have probably seen it many times here on YouTube. But this is what we're gonna be working on. I just have my own spin of how I do it. So yeah, if you have any interest of doing this, go ahead and grab your material so we can go ahead and get started. Okay my lovelies, so before we get started with the project, I'm gonna be showing you guys what I'm using for the project. I'm using Azurite by Timid 100% acrylic, lightweight number 3. Recommended hook size 3.5 to 4 millimeter crochet hook. It's 50 grams for this amount here, and the color is black, but this company goes by a number which is 585. That's what I'm using for the yarn. You can absolutely use any yarn of your choice. I have a crochet hook that I will use here. It is a 5 millimeter crochet hook, which is H8 US. I have my scissors, a darning needle. I'm gonna use this pin here as my stitch marker, and then I have my tape measure to determine the sizes. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay my lovelies, so I'm going to leave a long tail here to be able to join the two sides of the panel. So I'm gonna leave something just like that, and then I'm gonna start by doing a foundation chain. So I start with doing a slip knot like that, and then my foundation chain is gonna be the length of my turtleneck. Okay, so my turtleneck for this turtleneck hoodie, it's gonna be the length that is my normal turtleneck size multiplied by 2, which is gonna give me the double the size. So my hoodie, for my turtleneck, usually I go with about 4 inches. So I'm gonna do something that is about 8 inches because I'm gonna fold it in half. Okay, so with that, I have determined that I'm gonna be doing a chain of 40. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so this is my chain of 40 here, which is the length of my turtleneck. But because it's folded in half, this is pretty much the length of my turtleneck here, and so I double it up. Okay, so 40 chains here. I'm gonna add 1 chain for a turning chain, so 1, so 41 chains in total. And then I'm just gonna flip and work my single crochet in the back of the next chain, going back this way. Okay, so we're skipping this chain here, and in the next one I'm gonna turn and just grab the back loop to complete my single crochet, just like this. And then I'm gonna go into the next stitch, which is this here, and complete a single crochet. And then I'm gonna go into the next and complete a single crochet. And I'm just gonna do this all the way down until I have 40 stitches. So all my chains here will I will end up having 40 stitches at the end. Okay, so work your back loop single crochets until you get to the end of the chain, and when you get there, come back to the video and I will show you how to do the next row, and the next row is going to be repeat for this part of the project. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay my lovelies, so I've completed the first row of the single crochets here, and so to start the second row, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch, and so in that stitch right here, you're gonna go and grab the back loop, and you're gonna complete a single crochet just like that, and then you're gonna go into the next stitch and complete a single crochet. So you're just doing back loop single crochets at this point, and you're going to do it all the way to the end of the row. For the final stitch, I go through both loops, and then you will do a chain 1 and repeat. So for this part here, we're just building up back loop single crochets, and it's going to create a nice wavy, nice ripple effect to the turtleneck. And you're going to do this until you have what goes around your neck comfortably. So either your neck or somebody you're making this for. So whatever you decide to do, just make sure You kind of keep trying it on around your neck, and then when you realize it's a comfortable fit, then you can stop there. So I'm gonna do the same, and then when I have that size, I'm gonna come back to the video so I can show you how to go on to the next part of the project. But for now, we're just repeating back loop, single crochets for as many rows as we need to be able to have a comfortable turtleneck for our neck. Okay, so I will stop here. I will have you guys go ahead and build that. I will work on mine, and then I'll be back when I have finished mine as well. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have worked my number of rows here. I ended up with 72 rows, and the 72 rows is when I fold it in a half. This gives me the turtleneck that I feel will be comfortable. It's very stretchy, but you also want to be comfortable when it's not stretchy, because if it's stretchy, it means it's directly on your skin and tight. But if it's not, then it means it's a comfortable fit without the stretchiness of it. Okay, but of course the stretchiness of it is good so that it can go over your head without any problems. So with that said, I have it done here, and those of you who care about measurements, I will just measure it really quick here. So this is about 15 inches without stretching it. Okay, you have 15 inches. So I stopped here at 72 rows. So what I will do then is I will just need to join these here, and I'm gonna leave the working yarn. So I haven't disconnected my working yarn here. I'm just gonna make this a little bit longer so it doesn't come apart. So I'm just gonna leave that there because I think I'll just continue to work from this point, but I will need to join these first. So I'll just get my darning needle and go across here to join. And of course I'm using the yarn that I had left at the beginning. At the beginning, so that I can just use it to join without having to disconnect my yarn here and then cutting some off to be able to do my joining. So I'm just gonna put this in the darning needle here like that, and I'm gonna just line these up nice and simple like this, and then I'm gonna join across like this. Okay, so the way I join it, I know this color is not the best to see, but I'm gonna try my best. So I'm just gonna go at the very beginning of the stitch here, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side, and I'm gonna do this twice. The second time I'm gonna loop my yarn around like that, and this just reinforces the end here so it doesn't come off easily. And then for the remaining of the stitches, I'm just gonna grab one loop which is closest to me, and then on the opposite side the loop that is also closest to me, and then pull, and I'm gonna repeat that, and I'm gonna line up my stitches. And if you remember, we have 40 stitches here, and I'm just gonna line them all up until I have each one of them joined with the opposite side. And then when you complete this, come back to the video so I can show you what to do for the next part of the project. Okay, so I just join it so that it looks something like that. Don't pull it too much, I don't also make it too loose, but just enough that it looks nice and sturdy. Okay, so I will see you guys when you have completed the joining here from here to this end here. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed joining my turtleneck here. So as you can see, I just have the final stitch here to do. So I just go into this final stitch, and then I grab the final stitch on the opposite side, just like this. And then I go through it, and I do this one more time, just like we did at the beginning. And for this round, or for this second time, I just loop my yarn around the hook like that, or around the darning needle, and I pull. And this is kind of like doing a slip knot. It locks it in like that. Okay, so then I'll just remove this, put it on the side, and as you can see, this is just where we joined it right here. Okay, so with that done, my turtleneck is pretty much kind of something that you could wear. You could actually make a neck warmer like this to be able to wear, but we have more to do with our project. So I'm going to leave this hanging here, and I'm going to continue working on my work from this point, just like this. And so what I will do here is I will do a chain of 1, which does not count as a stitch. And then I will go into this stitch right here and complete a half double crochet, just like that. Okay. And then I will go into that stitch one more time and complete a second half double crochet. And then what I will do is I will go onto this space here and do a half double crochet. and then on top here I will do a half double crochet, and then on this side here I will do a half double crochet, and then on top here I will do a half double crochet, but I will count. So I did 1 2 3 4, okay, and then I will do my 5th half double crochet here, and I'm counting from the place that I increased. And then now I am going to go ahead and do 2 half double crochets in that. So I do 4. So I do 1 2 3 4, and then I will increase by putting 2 half double crochets there. And the reason I'm increasing while I go around here is so that the turtleneck fits around our neck like this, but then our jawline kind of pulls it out like this before it goes over our head, okay? So neck, and then it goes like this to go over our head. And we need to increase this section here so that it's not a very tight fit that is going to be choking our ears out while we wear the hoodie around our head, over our head, okay? So we increase this so it has a little bit of a wiggle room or a little bit of a playroom with it. And that's why we do it like this. So I increase, I do 1 2 3 4 regular double crochet, half double crochets, and then in the 5th I do 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so I did 2 double crochets here. So on top of this I will do regular one. So 1 2 3 and 4, and in the 5th I will do an increase by doing 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Then I will do 1 2 3 and 4, and in the 5th right here I will do 2 half double crochets. Okay, so I will just repeat this around, all around like this until I come back to here. So I should have my final double crochet, half double crochet right in this stitch right here. So come back when you have completed this repetition all around until here. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed doing my half double crochets around here, and as you can see I did my increase right at the end here, which is 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. So we're gonna leave it like this. We're not gonna do anything in this stitch here. So believe it or not, there's actually a stitch here. We're not gonna do anything there because we need this gap here. So what we do next is we do a chain of 1 and turn. This chain of 1 does not count as a stitch. And so what we will do is we will actually go into the next stitch here and complete 2 half double crochets in the back loop of the stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we will move on to doing a half double crochet in the back loop of every stitch all around until the end. Okay, so as you can see, I just go around and complete my half double crochets in the back loop of the stitches. Okay, and I'm gonna do this until I come back to the end here. So when you have 1 stitch left at the very end here, come back to the video and I will show you how to work into that, and then I will show you how to start the next row, and I will explain how we repeat this pattern here for a couple of rows, okay, for a little bit of a while. Okay, so I'll see you guys when you get to this end here. Okay, my lovelies, so I have just worked my row around. So this is my second row, and as you can see, just by us simply increasing it, you can see how it starts to go wider like this. And so as you can see, I'm just going to show you how to finish off this row. So I just did my half double crochet on that stitch, and then we have the final stitch here that we need to go into and complete our regular half double crochet, but I'm going through both loops as opposed to just the back loop. Okay, for the final stitch in every row I will do it like that. Then I will chain 1 and turn. And then in the very next stitch, because my chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, so in the very first stitch there, I'm gonna go in and do 2 half double crochets. So I'm increasing on each beginning of each row for the next couple of rows. At the end, I don't increase, but just at the beginning. So I do half double crochets in the first stitch, and then I just do regular half double crochets in the back loop. All of this is in the back loop for each stitch around until I get to the final stitch, where I will go through and finish it by going through both loops. And then I will do this for a number of rows. I will do it until I have about 5 to 6 inches of this part of the hoodie. Okay, so just a little bit, so it goes up to somewhere here, like this. And this is all by increasing at the beginning of each row, not at the end, just the beginning of each row. And then when you have that, come back, and then we will work the rest of the work without any increasing. But for now, just come back when you have completed about 5 to 6 inches of your half double crochets in the back loop. Okay, and don't forget to increase at the beginning of each row. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, my lovelies, so I have completed about 17 rows, 18 rows of the half double crochets in the back loop here. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. And it points out on this side because of the increases. So we increase at the beginning of each row. And I did that all throughout these 18 rows that I've completed here. So I stopped here because I have the number of rows that I need, and more importantly the amount of the length that I have that I need. So I wanted about 5 inches here, and as you can see, I have about 5 inches from here to here. And I'm gonna stop here, and I'm gonna stop increasing, not stopping the project, but I'm gonna stop increasing. So which means then instead of increasing at the beginning of each row and putting 2 half double crochets in the same stitch, I'm just gonna work normal half double crochets still in the back loop, but no longer increasing. Okay, so for example, I'll just start by doing my normal chain of 1, and then turn, because my chain of 1 doesn't count as a stitch. And I will just go in this very first stitch here and do my half double crochet, and instead of putting a second one into that same stitch, I just now continue by going into the next stitch instead. So no more increasing at this point. I'm just going to do my regular half double crochets in the back loop, and I'm going to do this for about another 6 to 7 inches to be able to build up the size of hoodie that I want. Now the longer this part that you do, the more rows you do, the looser your hoodie is going to be, and the less number of rows you do, the tighter your hoodie is going to be. So that's how you're going to end up measuring for that. Okay, so I'm no longer increasing, so I'm just going to continue my half double crochets in each stitch all the way in the back loop until I get to this end here. I will finish my last one here, chain 1, and then repeat the same thing. And because we're no longer increasing, you will see that this side is gonna it's gonna go up this way instead of kind of angling onto the side like this. Okay, so continue doing this for probably about another 5 to 6 to 7 inches, depending on how large you want your hoodie to be. And then when you finish that, come back. So I'll probably do about 20 rows, 20 to 22 rows or so. And then I'll come back to the video and we will kind of pretty much join the top and then finish off our turtleneck hoodie. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and I will meet you guys when you have completed the number of rows for the remaining of the hoodie. Okay, my lovelies, so I have gone ahead and completed the number of rows that I have for my hoodie here. And as you can see, it's enough for me, so you will do yours until it's enough for you. I did about 32 rows total here, from here to here, 16 in the increase and then 16 in the non-increase. Okay, so with that done now, so I have my yarn over here, so I'm just gonna cut my yarn so that I have one left, a long string that I can join the top here. So I'm gonna cut it somewhere here, and then I will do a slip knot to secure this section here like this. Okay, voila. And then I am going to bring in my darning needle, because we're gonna need to join this on top here, and I'm gonna join it on this side, and then for final wear we're gonna flip it so that this side we've been working on becomes the inside of our project, and then the side that we've been working that been on the inside is gonna become our outside. Okay, so I'm just putting my yarn in the darning needle here. Okay, so I'm just gonna line my work up nice and straight like this, and I flip it so that I can work on it from the right to the left. So I'm gonna join my work on top here. Okay, so I have my work lined up nice and easy. I hope it's showing everything here. And then I'm pretty much gonna start by going into the first stitch here and then into the first stitch on the other side. I grab both loops and I go through like that, and then I go one more time and I bring that one more time like this. That way it secures this section here. And then for the rest of it, I'm going to grab both loops. For the next stitch, I line them up, then grab both loops for the next stitch and pull and grab the next stitch. And I just continue to do that all across the top here like this, okay? So go ahead and do the same thing. And when you have joined yours all the way to the end, come back to the video and we will see how it looks. What I will do is I will weave in my ends as well. Any ends that I have, I will weave them in. And then that way when I come back with the whole thing completed, okay? So I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, my lovelies, so I have joined my the top of the hoodie here all the way to the top. And so as you can see, I am just finishing off the end here. And I just do the end here so that it's nice and tight and it's not gonna come apart on me. Okay, so just something like this. And then when I have done what I think I need to do here, I go ahead and just do one more like this and then loop my yarn around so that it simulates a slip knot, and then I can cut my yarn and then be able to weave these in, okay? So I haven't weaved in the ends like I said I was gonna do, just because I came back on camera too fast. But anyways, so this is pretty much it. So this would be where your head, your face comes through here, and this is the part of the turtleneck that would help cover you. But more importantly, with this project, we will flip it inside out, and then when everything is flipped inside out, you have the nicer and cleaner side that is on the other side. But I will obviously show you how this is worn on the mannequin or myself so that you can see better how it looks when it's worn, because also this part here of the turtleneck will actually fold inwards like this, so that it will fold inwards like this, so that this part of it that comes in like this kind of helps you cover your mouth area, cover your nose. If it's too cold, you can pull it up higher. This goes around your neck, and then of course the rest of it covers your head, okay? So I'm gonna stop the video here. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I'm gonna obviously weave the ends and everything like that, and then flip it over to the other side. All of that I will do off camera. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video to the end. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.